Good morning, occasional vlog time once again, and I am at Taylor's Farm Shop. We've not been here for nearly a month, I guess now. Changing the diet means we're trying to not spend as much money on lots of food. Oh, it was the one we did the barbecue, wasn't it? It was about a month ago. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to go and get some fancy steak tonight. Changing the diet, fancy steak, they don't really add up, do they? I want to get like a roast dinner thing for possibly tomorrow or Monday. But yeah, it is an occasional vlog. Let's get cracking. Why I said it like that. Probably won't show you anything in Taylor's anyway. Autumn's in the air, it's getting a bit cooler and a bit windy. Still quite nice out here though. Well, that's one bag sorted. 35 quid, which doesn't sound too bad for us, but I'll be honest, I didn't get a huge amount. I think from there, maybe go to Asda, because there's a few other bits I needed to get. Some bread. Weekend beverages, because I didn't buy any beers yesterday. We'd normally go on Friday night. And then we'll head home and catch up and start getting stuff ready for holiday, I think. We're not quite at the pre-trip video yet, but anything I can do this weekend, I don't have to do next weekend, and next weekend's already looking busy. And we are home. Look at the state of my head, as usual. Just running through my shopping. Very exciting purchases. Well, I did get these. We like these. They're not cheap. Like £3.22 a tin. But we really like these Caribbean jerk. This one is. Who did they buy? South Africa, Cape Herb and Spice, a division of Libster operation. I don't know. But yeah, South African jerk. But they're quite nice. And also they had a new one this time called chicken tandoori. I don't know why I said it was called chicken tandoori. This is the Asda stuff, by the way. Got some bacon. I was going to get it from Taylor's, but it was like £6 from Taylor's, and it seemed thinner than it used to. So I was like, I know cost of living and all that, but seriously. And that was like £2-3. Fancy some sparkling peach water. Trying to find things that I can drink that are different, that are also 0 calorie, because normally I used to treat myself at the weekend to a Coca-Cola, but that's like stupid calories, so I've cut that out, and a lemon and lime to go with it. Now onto the Taylor stuff. We have, other stuff I should have got from Asda is mushrooms. Probably would have saved myself a few quid there. And a big bag of carrots. They were only £1.20 though, so they're not too bad at all. The size of this cabbage, I'm going to drop this on my foot. As big as my head, look. I think there's a photo of me somewhere with a cabbage next to my head, which is the weirdest thing I've ever said. It's one of those weeks. So we'll get those in the fridge in a bit. Spuds. Big bag of spuds. £3.15 for that. Steaks for tonight, I went with thick rib steak. There's a tenner for 2. Those are good thick steaks as well, which means I'll be interested to see what the cut of meat's like. But I'll spice them up probably with we got some Texas Longhorn. I'm saying I like those spices that we've got. One of them just fell out of the cupboard. There's another one. That's the Portuguese peri peri that fell out of the cupboard. We also have Louisiana Cajun. I call it Cajun, I know it's Cajun. And then yeah, there's a jerk in there already, which was coming to the end. That's why I bought a new one. I also got us, we really like these. They are whole chicken that's flavoured. This was £8.25. I'm sure they were a little bit cheaper than that in the past as well. I'm not entirely surprised. The cost of everything's gone up, hasn't it? And then I got us a stuffed pork loin for a Sunday roast type meal. And that was £9.93. That was the cheapest chunk of meat that they had in the place. I'll tell you what, you can tell it's the end of summer. Look at these pathetic strawberries that Tesco give us. It's as big as my little fingernail. So what has been going on? We went, as I think I mentioned on the last vlog, we went and saw I Watch You From Afar on Thursday in the Arts, what is it? I can't even remember. Arts Club. It's what venue in town. Everyone still calls it the Barflight. Well, I certainly do anyway, because I'm of an age. And I think it's probably been there many, many years before that as well. But it's a really good venue. I actually saw You Watch From Afar there 15 years ago. So it was like, oh, it's the first time I've seen them in 15 years, and it was the same venue, and they were on the stage going, did this place used to be called the Barfly? But it was a very good and very loud gig, and I did forget my earplugs, so if it sounds like I'm shouting, that's probably why. But yeah, we had a really nice night out. Didn't film it, did get a clip. And yeah, it was quite loud, wasn't it? I bring down the levels of the music in the mix of the video because I don't want to blow people's speakers up. But yeah, we had a good time. We ate in the Duke Street Market again. Regular little spot for us to eat there. This weekend, the plans are I'm probably tidying the kitchen today. And again, not the most vloggable thing in the world, but it needs to be done. I was going to start prepping the garden for winter, but Gemma said we could do that next Sunday, so it does sound like a nice us task rather than me doing it all. I did just see Cat out there actually earlier when on the Ring camera, but he has now departed. I'm going to presume that the neighbours fed him. You can see the leaves are starting to fall off the sycamore tree at the back of the garden, so autumn is definitely in the air. I wish spring was in the air. I hate autumn and winter. I'm not a fan of those at all. I prefer spring, summer. So yeah, that has probably been kicking my bum a bit with like seasonal blue, slight depression type thing this last week. But I think a lot of it was my lack of sleep as well. It's funny to be like that and have a holiday like literally next week. As for the holiday, we are going to be doing lots of probably bits of prep today. I might start getting the camera stuff ready. I don't want to leave it all till next week. But if we start doing clothes and suitcases, the cats will start to get stressed, so we'll not do that. Other than that, I think it's just going to be try and relax a little bit. Just relax, tidy, and see what happens. And we could also pet some kitty cats as well, couldn't we? Hello, buddy. Gemma's trying to teach him to rear up on his back legs to come up for snuggles, and he's starting to get it. Pixie just does it off the bat. She just learned to do it and prefers to do it. But he's never so sure. Training cats is not easy, especially not ones like Reggie who are, shall we say, not exactly clever. Look who just turned up. You alright, cat pal? I'm trying to get you a clean butt. Are you hissing at me? You no need to hiss at me, have you? I'll get you a clean ball. What are you doing, pal? There we go. He's got his dinner. He has got a bit of a bite on his neck, so we'll have to tell the neighbour about that and keep an eye on him. He's come back with us in the past, though. He came back once with a big wound on his side, and again, we just kept an eye on him, made sure it healed clean and nice, and it did. Unfortunately, it's the life of a stray kitty cat. I should probably say, if you are new to our channel, he's been coming around for 2 years. We can't get close enough to trap him. We've tried. We've had a trap from the Cats Protection. The neighbours scanned him for chips, nothing. We think another person managed to get him to a vet because he came back once and he was all clean and groomed and his ears look cleaner. But we do what we can for him and it's the best we can do. He's an old cat as well. I don't think he's ever going to be a pet. So the best we can do is make sure he gets fed. And I think he definitely travels between 3 houses to get food. And I would not be surprised if he travels between a lot more because he'll come back sometimes. You'll put food down for him and he will not touch it. In fact, today I don't think he's going to eat all of that because he was like, oh, there's food. Oh, okay, fair enough. I might eat some of it. Normally he'll be crying his head off when you feed him. If I showed you a picture of when he first arrived, You'd be surprised. I mean, he looks old and raggedy now. When he first arrived, he was bony, thin, not an ounce of fat on him. And we were like, I wouldn't normally feed the strays in the garden like that. But as soon as I saw him, I was like, hey, I need to get him some food. He looks like he's starving. And he's fatting right up now. So he's doing pretty well for an old guy. Surprisingly, he's wolfed down an entire bowl of food. You can tell he's not super hungry though, because he's left scraps in the bottom of the bowl, which the magpies will probably fight over for the next 20 minutes. One thing I feel like I didn't... Where did we even put it? 1 minute. Try again. So one thing I feel I didn't give a fair crack of the whip last week was the new DJI microphones, because clearly when I edited it, you could tell that it was far too close up here, so it was picking up all the bass at me chins. So what I'm going to do is give it another try, but try and figure out what it sounds like if I put it in a more sensible place, like down here where I would expect Gemma to wear it. So let's give it a try. I'm not sure which one of these is paired to the camera. We can find out. Right, so that's connected now, and I can see on the screen that it's picking up the audio, because we do have the little, I'm pointing at it like you can see it. We have like a green bar across the top of the screen, which is like the levels. So I'm just going to try and put this on my shirt here. What it is, if you're not familiar with these microphones, is they have a little a little magnet on the back, and you can pull the magnet off. It's very strong. You put the magnet on the inside of your shirt and the microphone on the outside, so I'll do that now. There we go. I'll have to see what that sounds like in post. The issue I had last week, as I say, it was so close to my neck, I think it was picking up a lot of audio from there. And it's not really the most ideal test, this, because we're in the house, so we don't have any background noise. So I'd be interested to see what it sounds like when we do that. Well, yeah, I was watching that back and I thought, that's not really a very good demonstration of why we're using this kit. But that's this week's random camera chat. At some point today, I think we might start looking at getting all the camera equipment together, and I'll run through it so you can see what stuff we're going to be using for the next Florida trip. Right, I've just been upstairs and grabbed a few bits. This is the start of me starting to get stuff ready for the next Florida trip. And I already see I'm missing a GoPro doodad, one of them doodad things. Got my travel plug, that's the worldwide travel plug. And I also bought, I'd used to have two of these, but I think Gemma let one to a friend and I've not got it back yet. It was an old one anyway, so I'm not too fussed. Fairly basic, General Electric, American USB adapter with 3 charging points on the bottom to save me having to use that big monstrous heavy thing sometimes. There's a few of these knocking around, and as I find them I'll just throw them in. I'm not sure we'll need all of them, but that's another US travel adapter. Something I should probably use more often on my phone. 2 packs of, I think there's 12 total screen wipes. These are pretty good ones. Since they're not staying in this box, I might as well throw my sunglasses in here as well for now. The one pair I'm taking. I'm going to take another pair as well. That's the purple pair. Well, I found a DJI branded. Handily all the DJI and GoPro stuff fits together. There's a DJI branded screw thing, so I'll pop them in. I do have some really nice silver, some red ones somewhere, some aluminium ones. I think actually one of them's on the DJI. Of course, those new microphones need to go in. There's the Osmo Action. This is just if you've used a GoPro, it's a similar sort of thing. That's the only thing from Temu that we bought and kept, because everything else was garbage and went in the bin, apart from that Lego set still on the stairs. And there's some spare memory cards, so they can go in. This I will use for any spare batteries and probably charging cables, so a lot of this will end up in that bag. And obviously my new sling is coming with us. That's the microphone bag, throwaway poncho. I usually keep that when we go into the zoo. There'll be as many of these USB-C cables as I can carry. And this is one of the Anker batteries that Gemma bought earlier this year. This is the Anker one anyway. We've got a Samsung one as well. So they'll go towards, carrying around the parks to charge stuff up. Forgot about that. That's our old pin badges. I'll keep those in the bag because those are just in case we bump into anyone in the zoo at the minute who wants a badge. And also I will get that on charge and grab the Samsung one as well. We're looking pretty good, to be honest. There's the Samsung battery. This is getting old though, but it still works all right for now. We haven't used it a huge amount, so it'll probably got a bit of life left in it. But the nice thing about this one is it does have Qi charging, so you can pop your phone on there and charge your phone wirelessly. Not the most efficient, but it's an option. Definitely need to dig out a load more USB-C cables. I've only got the 2 at the minute, and everything I think now uses USB-C. In previous years, we've always had one thing left over. Yeah, I think it was the RAV Power File Hub, which I've retired now. Was the one thing previously. That's the one thing I don't have this year as well, which is a bit of a worry, is I don't have any solid way to back everything up. But what I can probably do is download it all to my phone and sync it to my Google Cloud, because I've got 2 terabytes of Google Cloud storage. Well, obviously that won't be moving it, it'll just be making copies of it. Yeah, not too bad at the minute. Things are looking pretty organised. As I say, more USB-C cables. I've tried to really cut things back this year. Because even, you like simplify things, and then towards the end of the trip it gets more, well, towards the end of the packing process it gets more and more complex. But I've cut out things like unnecessary GoPro mounts, because we very, very rarely use the GoPro. The only one I'm taking is the chest strap, which I'm just taking for on-ride footage, which, as I'm saying it, I'm thinking I probably won't take it, because I don't think we're going to be doing that much on-ride footage. We'll do the bits that we normally do, maybe with the DJI just in my hand, and any rides where you'd need a mount. I don't think we can't use them in Universal, so that's out of the question. So we'll just have to tell you what rides are like on that. We're not doing SeaWorld, where I used a mount last time, and the only ride in Disney World I can think of where you need a mount is Space Mountain, and it's all in the dark, so there's no point filming that. And I feel like we've done so many trips now, people know what the rides are like. There'll just be little clips here and there. I don't want to be filming everything like I have done in the past, because we're just documenting our trip. We're not doing like our tips and tricks or your first time in Florida or anything like that, because there's so many other people are doing that so much better than we ever could. So it is literally just going to be our style, which is documenting our holiday. I was watching some of them back yesterday, it was good. So yeah, as simple as we can go, I think. I have a feeling I'm going to be just using my camera phone for quite a lot of this, because although we have got that new camera and it does look really good when we're walking around the parks, it's so much more convenient just to pick your phone up and just start yammering to the phone. We'll see how we get on though. I have to be honest, obviously this will be the, I guess, 10th anniversary of our first vlogged Disney World trip that we're doing in a couple of weeks' time. And probably the first time where I've been a little bit apprehensive about actually filming it, to be honest. Not because of any reason, but I've read online on certain subreddits and stuff about how negative people are from people filming the holidays. Someone actually accused me of never watching a video back, saying, "Oh, you record and stuff, but you'll never watch it." It's like, that's not true at all. I watch it all the time. I was watching it earlier in the week. It's just weird. It's people are so. I'm assuming it's just the usual thing. It's a vocal minority that get upset about that sort of thing. Arguing that they don't want to be on camera, which is you're really not. I'm filming me, not you. You might be in the background for a brief second, and if you came up to me and said, "Could you not film me?" I would stop, But and people going well, if someone tries to film me, I'll swear and I'll play music loud. And I'm like, that's very much in the keeping of the Disney spirit, isn't it? But I don't know. It just gave me some thought. Maybe a bit apprehensive. But we'll see how we get on. I'm sure we'll be just fine. We've been fine all the years. It's just stuff you think about when you do this, because people seem to think everyone does this for a living and they're making loads of money off it. And if that were the case, I wouldn't be working 40 hours a week at a desk, would I? I'd be just doing this all the time. But it certainly wouldn't pay the bills for. It barely pays for the cameras if we're lucky. We're back in the red with cameras because I got the DJI, didn't I? Although technically I did sell all the old cameras that the channel paid for after 9 years to try and pay for most of the DJI. So maybe we've broken even. I don't know. But yeah, just stuff that was on my mind about vlogging this year. We will do it. As I did say, we won't be doing the daily mini vlogs just because I always forget. But we might do some shorts and bits like that. And I think Gemma wants to do some stuff on Instagram. So keep an eye out on the Instagram if you want to see what we're up to. I mean, that's really what it is for us. It's not an opportunity to get bigger or get clout or get free stuff. It's literally just sharing our adventures, you know. Well, it is lunchtime. I'm going to have a nice chicken sandwich, something fairly healthy. Still trying to watch our calories and stuff. I know in like previous times when we've dieted and that, well, we haven't, but we did like Slimming World and stuff like that on before a previous trip. The temptation was like the week before a holiday just to go, well, I've lost all the weight I'm going to lose for this holiday. So just ruin all your progress, but I'm still trying to keep on it up until the run up. So I'm having some chicken that I cooked up last night, a few bits. Try and keep it fairly healthy. I'm just putting my chicken on my sandwich now. I'm surprised Reggie, Archie's not turned up normally. Normally he's like a sandwich being prepared from like the other side of the house and comes running in meowing his head off, which is always a shame because it's spicy chicken, so we can't have any. And while I'm having this sandwich, I'm going to get started on the kitchen. Again, that's not vlog worthy. I can't really show you what I'm doing because the kitchen's a state and I don't want to show it in the video. But I'll get cracking on that and we'll catch up in a bit. Well, it's now 5 o'clock. I need to go and pick Gemma up. I did manage to get all the pots done, had a shower, got my hair washed, trimmed my beard just a little bit. So I'm going to go and get Gem now and we'll catch up with you when we get back to tea. And we called in for a beer at Kaz Social, Triple Point Uncanny, and Gemma's got, what have you got? Polly's. Oh, Polly's Pearl. Pine. Nice. Back home and I'm just cooking up these steaks. This one that Gemma's got is very thick. I might need a bit longer on the pan. Gemma's home. Does that look alright?
Asked me if I wanted any steak on the steak.
You just want any steak a la steak?
Steak on the steak.
Tough and tough. Enjoy that, honey.
Thank you.
You have a nice day?
No.
Busy?
That's horrific.
5 more to go.
Too many.
Anyway, we're going to enjoy our tea and watch some crap on telly, aren't we? Did you enjoy your steak? It was good, wasn't it? And now we're watching Alien Earth. We watched a few vlogs, trying not to fall asleep. Good morning, just as someone on TV gets an angle grinder out. You alright?
Yeah.
Bacon sandwich. We're watching restorations. In fact, let me just mute it a minute. They're just nice and relaxing.
The noisiest TV.
But they're nice and relaxing things to watch. Just watching them.
It'd be relaxing if it was quiet.
Well, this guy's a new guy. I've not seen this guy before. He's a bit noisy. And we're having bacon sandwiches, aren't we? We are still in two minds as to whether we actually do the zoo today.
The weather forecast is just not nice.
Yeah.
And like the whole point of going to the zoo is to try and see the snow leopards. I know it's absolutely windy and lashing on it. We're not going to see
No.
it. We're not going to see it.
So we might put that off until possibly next weekend, or if not, when we come back from holiday, because the snow leopard's only going to get more active as the weeks go on now, which is good.
And we've seen.
We don't need to be the first.
I've seen a baby snow leopard before. It's fine. If it was a if it was a baby clouded leopard, that'd be different. I've never seen a baby clouded.
Oh, that would be fun, wouldn't it? So yeah, that's where we are at the minute. We're just having our breakfast. It's just gone 11 o'clock, so we've got a bit of time to decide.
What do we do? Where do we go?
Yeah. We've got stuff we need to be doing for the prep for the holiday as well. So
you check all your clothes that you want to take. That the suitcase is fine to go on the plane because we're not in premium this year. Because the holiday was expensive enough, we didn't need premium as well. It was one extra case, but hey ho. We're going to take a mini case on the plane with us to check it matches.
How much is an extra case to come back with?
It's about 50 quid. Yeah. It's not massive.
I mean, because we do have that folding case with the wheels, so about me tempted to just pay it.
I'll take that case.
Yeah.
That was a good buy, that one.
True.
But no, I don't think we'll need another case, to be fair, coming back.
So, right, if you're watching this now and you're watching our Florida trip in a few months' time,
Said we didn't need another case.
When we're on the last day and Gemma's case is full of Bath and Body Works.
That's why I'm not buying loads.
And my case is full of Hot Wheels.
Because no reason to buy loads of back bits. I can get it here now.
Post, I told you so. When we're saying we might need another case.
No, we won't. We've been so many times and not needed it. We've only had that second case twice.
Yeah.
Twice.
But normally I go with like a load of old t-shirts that I'm going to get rid of. And this time I'm probably going with new t-shirts, so I won't be getting rid of them.
The t-shirts don't weigh anything.
True.
So.
But it's space, isn't it?
Yeah. It's fine. We'll be fine. And we're not taking loads of pairs of shoes or anything bulky, really.
Oh, there is one major update today.
Is there?
Single digit Danster.
It is. It's 9 days.
Well, yeah, we'll update you with what we're doing later. And we'll see what happens. Otherwise, I can hear it raining now.
Can you?
It's not bad, but it stopped starting.
The wind was so bad overnight, wasn't it?
Yeah. At one point, I was like, thought something was going on outside. It was that windy because it howled across the front of the house. And it's normally the back of the house that we hear the wind the worst, but it was really bad.
This morning, wasn't it?
Well, I think that's about does it. This rain suggests that a trip to the zoo ain't going to be much fun today, so we've cancelled. I think we're going to do some stuff around the house, starting prep for our hauls. Maybe pop over to Home Bargains, have a little walk around. Yeah. I guess some people really needed the rain, so the reservoirs last week were really low. We do, of course, have our roast dinner that I picked up yesterday to cook later, so we got some nice food in to eat. And yeah, we'll go and get some fresh air. Well, I say fresh air. We'll go and get some Home Bargains there. And we'll see what we can find to waste money on. I'll show you some things I printed for Gemma off for Halloween too. While I'm sitting working, I'll find something on the maker thing for Bamboo Labs and just print it off for Gemma. This was actually an earring, but Gemma doesn't wear dangle earrings, so I doubled the size of it and turned it into a key ring. And this is a little ghost that's reading a book, and inside there's a little lantern so you can light it up as well. And also, this is a Disney one. A little Boo to You sign that I found on there. But Gemma has indeed gone full on fall Halloween theme with the fireplace now. There's a Boo Bells. Yeah, I'm definitely glad we didn't go to the zoo. It's absolutely bucketing it down. But we're going to check this gigantic Home Bargains out. This is where you come in if you want your Halloween stuff. There's blooming loads of it. There's an entire aisle, and I think there's a few bits at the back as well. Gemma has documented it all on Instagram, I'm sure.
Not in here.
Not in here, have you not?
So
okay.
too busy.
Yeah. So, I like it you said that as I'm filming in here.
I know.
Look at these fellas here. They're massive. Well, it's not quite Spirit Halloween, but we do have some large inflatable dudes here as well. And a decent sized fall section as well. A lot of pumpkins. And very sketchy looking Mickey there. Christmas in September. No comment. Lock mirror here away. The gingerbread thing, yeah. This is about the only place that does our sun cream now that Body Care's closing stores are left and right. I was straight in for the gingerbread flips.
That's a Nicola present.
I was just like, ooh, cola squash, that looks interesting. No, apparently it's cola flavoured apple squash, which sounds disgusting. And there's your chunky drinks as well. Gemma, do you want a chunky drink?
Absolutely not. No.
It's like it's got spuds in it.
I don't want to say what that looks like, but American Pie comes to mind.
Well, because we're a quality channel, we only buy the best equipment to vlog on. I did buy 3 USB-C cables from Home Bargains that were £2 each. I'm not hopeful that these are going to work. You never know. USB-C can be very finicky, I find, so it can be a bit hit and miss. But I'll give it a try on these and we'll see how we get on. It's charging perfectly fast for £2. You can't complain about that, can you? I was going to go to IKEA and get some because apparently the USB-C cables are really good quality for the money. But this is charging. It says it's going to charge in 25 minutes. The laptop's picked it up as a data thing because a lot of them sometimes are just charging only and not data. A lot of the ones you get in like cheap fans and stuff off Amazon. But yeah, £2, can't complain. Whether they'll last more than 35 minutes, I don't know, but we'll see. I won't be just relying on these on holiday, by the way. I've got a lot of anchor ones and stuff as well. And all three of them work perfectly as well. £2, not bad. Well, we've been watching videos on YouTube, planning our trip. Gemma's cooked us the roast dinner that I bought, the pork. Looks really good, this, Gem. Definitely ready for it as well, I think. Yeah. So we enjoyed our tea. We're just watching Tangled Up in Fun at the Bolton Food Festival. You enjoy that roast dinner, honey? It was good, wasn't it? And we sorted out our eSIMs for our trip.
Yeah.
So we've got one each. I've got a bit more data than you have, haven't I? Because I'll be doing the driving and stuff, and you didn't really need much. We went with Earlo. This isn't sponsored because we haven't got a link or anything. We went with Earlo. There's loads of others, but you get blue light discount for Earlo. So, and also we got a sleepy kitty cat here. Hello, Mister. Camera's changing between the macro lens and the normal lens. It's very flaky. Desserts by Nicola. We had desserts from there at the Makers Market last week, didn't we? It was good. Well, it is now Monday afternoon. The working day is done, and I am sat at the vet's. His Pixie's having a check-up. Nothing serious. She's getting a service and MOT, you know. So Gemma's just taking her in, and I'll hang on for a bit. We'll see how she gets on. We had actually had his check-up the other week. He was all clear. Apart from me, as I said, I think at the time he needs a bit of dental work, which we'll probably look at doing when we get back from the holiday. And then Reggie will be more December time, because that'll be about his anniversary basically of when we got him. Hello.
Hello.
Chicken nice? We're having chicken for dinner, aren't we? Pixie was a good girl at the vets, wasn't she?
She was.
She was as good as gold, and she got a clean bill of health. Although she got away with not being weighed on the scales.
Yeah, because the scales were broken.
Yeah, and which would have probably led to her going on a diet because she's a fatty.
It's because he says, how's Pixie? It's heavy.
Yeah, she was good. Anyway, we're just having our chicken, catching up on some vlogs, aren't we?
Yeah.
Most important thing tonight is I've just done the Alamo check-in for the car, and then just get the counter. I might have changed the car. You'll find out what when we go on holiday. Probably you'll find out what from Gemma's Instagram. Well, I think we are pushing towards the end of this occasional vlog. I'm being watched by 3 kitty cats, probably wondering where I'm talking to myself again. You tend to be used to it by now. What do you want, Pix? Show you Pix. There she is. I was lying, I wasn't being watched by 3 because one of them's fast asleep. And the third one just couldn't care less whether I was talking or not. Well, Pixie here was giving me the evils. Well, yeah, we've pretty much come to the end of this occasional vlog. It was a nice weekend, a quiet weekend. Unfortunately, we didn't get to the zoo as we planned because of the weather. But I think we probably needed a little bit of a rest anyway. But yeah, Gemma is just on the phone to Virgin Atlantic, trying to sort out why we can't pre-book our seats. Because although we booked Virgin and now they have some... If you're not a member of one of the higher tier flying clubs, you can only book 24 hours out. If you've booked a holiday, you can book 7-8 days out still for free. So she's just trying to find out why we can't book for free, because currently they want 48 quid for the pair of us to sit together on the flight. But I'm sure we'll get that sorted. And yeah, the next video that we put up will be the pre-trip vlog. So that will be it's just the occasional vlog, but there'll be more packing and being stressed because cats won't go in carriers and stuff like that. But that will go live hopefully as we're flying out, so you get to see that as we're heading off. But as for this vlog, thank you very much for watching. Hope you are all well and look after each other, and we will see you in the next one. Goodbye.